I get so excited about all these little things, you know, all these little nooks and crannies that start forming when you're building a house. And us guys, you know, we love places to store things and put things, man. So as this is taking shape, I'm starting to see like this little storage room, and it's another little nook, another little cranny around our place, and I like it, man. You know, every bit of those little spaces mean something to your place. It's pretty cool. It's happening. I love it. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Well, it's another build day here. Every day has been a build day. So we had like maybe 2 rainy days that kind of rained us out, and we didn't get much done then. It's been a lot of small work going on. Those little things that you may not really see the progress, but it's happening. We've had a lot more steel delivered. There's a stack of more that came. We had a truck that come a couple days ago. They didn't have quite enough, so they brought the rest of it this morning. Oh, what else has been happening? What else has been happening? Well, we're back continuing on after a several day hiatus between the rain and the weekend and all to get on the staircase here. And so we've been forming it up, and we're going to pour it this morning. We're getting really near to that. And with this, first, this is like the wall that's going under the staircase. So we're trying to, you know, we're building it ground up. I know, and if you watch videos in this country and you see them building, you probably would have saw them pour the top first and do the steps, and then just same thing, backfill with hollow block. But when you're pouring like I am with cast in place, SIP as they call it, this is called cast in place for you don't know. When you build the form and then you pour it, that is cast in place, nickname SIP. And so you want to start at the base and work up. You're not just going to pour a column, make a little beam coming down and with your steps, and then do that hollow block fill afterwards. We are preparing for the staircase forming up. As I showed in a previous video, we notched back in this wall. We've poured a slab in here for where the little storeroom is going to be underneath the staircase. There'll be a door opening on that end. And as you see here, we got steel set and it's tied into the column, and we're forming the column as well. All we like is just one little piece here this morning, and we're ready to start pouring this. Pogie? Huh? Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Most important's on this column. You need to really take that steel rod, work these edges right here all the way around. Just keep working them so we don't have air in the column. Whew, holy cow, it is a hot day. And let me tell you, I have been battling the humidity. We got a little aggravated with the guys today. Yeah, I raised my voice with them. Uh, I had let the bear voice come out again. So the plan was, as I told you all earlier, they would come in an hour earlier, get off an hour earlier, right? Well, so they came in at 7, and instead of taking their lunch break at 12, they took it at 11. They have an hour lunch every day, right? Normally they get off at 12 o'clock, come back at 1 o'clock. If I back up and give you the whole breakdown, their normal days come in 8, then at 10 they have a 15-minute break. At 12 they have a 1-hour break, they come back at 1 o'clock. At 3 they have a 15-minute break, and then are off for the day at 5 o'clock. Well, today came 7 o'clock, they're all here, sounds great. 11 o'clock now, about where we were at in the store, they take off for lunch. So I continue working during lunch, trying to have some things prepped and ready that I need them to help me with when they returned. But I continue to wait, and I continue to wait. And you know what they did? They didn't take an hour lunch. They took a 2-hour lunch. And when they returned back in the peak heat. They returned back to go to work after taking a nice long siesta in the peak heat. That makes it even harder on you, because now you need to reacclimate to being outside. If you started out with it and the temperature just kind of rose outside and you rose with it, you know, you can acclimate to that. But you go in and you get cool and chill and sleep, and you take that long siesta, and you come back in the hottest point of the day and try to go back to work, you're a turtle mode. You're just a limp noodle, you know, just nothing. I was mad. What the hell is this, guys? I said, what time did y'all leave? They said 11 o'clock. And it's 1 o'clock and you're coming back? One of them agreed that he was confused too why they did that. He just went with the rest of them, go with the flow. But my wife was in on that too, because I heard her trying to sell that little plan yesterday. And I told him, my wife ain't the one paying you guys. I am. She might be your sister, but she ain't the boss. I'm going to tell you right now, because it's me paying for this ordeal. Well, anyway, I was mad, and I told him I was mad, and then my voice showed I was mad, and I said, man, that just don't make any sense. I just call it like it is. I said, it's stupid. That is just stupid. I said, if you want to beat out the heat, do like I was saying earlier. Come in at 6 a.m. It's nice outside. Take your break and get off earlier. Get off earlier. And same thing. If you really truly are saying you can't work because the heat, just do something about it. Now, that's where I'm at right now. I too can't hardly handle the heat. We are sweltering. So I'm cheesing in a window unit. It's an old unit. It's the only remaining one the salt didn't eat out of our old house over there. So here I am. I installed a breaker up there for it, a cutoff breaker that's got an outlet there on the bottom of it. Robbed it out of the old house. Slid these windows. They're sliding glass, right? I just slid them over. You see, they're sliding glass. I just slid them over, cut me some of that black plywood, made me a little reinforcement outside, and yeah, ghettoed me in an air conditioner. And I said, you know what? This is a good time to start addressing this issue as well, and start doing a little makeup on that up there, getting all that nice and pretty and correct, and start getting it tied up into a service panel. So I moved the couch and heating me up a kettle of water so I'd have hot water, and I'm about to flip this power off and do a little rearranging here. Hey everybody, well, giving a little update on the day here. I did what I said I was going to do. I Took that ugly little piece of plywood off my temporary power pole and got rid of that junky piece of plywood off of there. Man, it sure enough, it was holding dust in behind it too. I knew this hot weather coming. That is not good for that thing to be on the side of my inverter. And look at that, where it was holding dirt and dust. I think I'm gonna take that thing apart and give it a blowout here pretty soon. So with all of that, I've been in here and you can see I got mayhem in the floor, cutting and trimming electrical wires, cutting off conduits that was too long, working on all of that, mounting this sub panel in down here, and trying to get that to where all of those will be dressed up even. Those will get mudded in and become part of the wall. I was shooting you guys a little bit of video there, and remember what I said in a previous video about having a neighbor that handles things like the registration? Well, her husband just delivered it to us. It's funny, the stickers don't ever expect them to be the right year. So I don't know why it says 2019, but they told me don't worry about it, just drive it. Some years we don't even get a sticker. They'll say that they're out of stock. It's kind of funny. The government will say we're out. The main thing, if they ever check you, have your papers. So that's what this is. I just think it's so cool to have people help you out and handle things like that. It's pretty awesome. I have not been able to get enough water. It is so hot here right now. You know what, folks? Sometimes it gets a little lonesome here. Of course, Melinda's here. Her family's here. But I still get lonesome. So it's nice when a good friend is around, and here's my good friend. Jalapenos. Yeah, they may not be fresh, but I tell you what, this has been my new best friend. I've been eating these things like candy. It's like, what all can jalapeno go on? I mean, I am slapping these jokers down on everything. Or I'm just stabbing a fork down in there, and however many I can pull back up on one stab, straight in the mouth. Yeah, this is my new best friend, mi amigo, right there. Oh man, happy to have jalapenos. It must be the Texan in me, the Tejacian in me. Yep, love them peppers. So we got the forms going on again. Moving on to the next step of where the steps are going. If I hadn't just pushed even on this today and really joined in and worked on it myself, I just feel that it wouldn't have got to where it is and straight. I really caught a lot of crookedness going on. Man, this is right at my front door. And I just kept coming back again saying, you know what? I see something else wrong. You know what? I see something else wrong. You know what? Y'all got to pull that back out. You know what? You got to pull it back out again. And they would agree. I mean, Joel, he'd look and agree. And it's just little things. Like, for instance, you see this piece of cocoa lumber here, right? And then you got the sheet of plywood. Well, this plywood, without cutting it, came over to right here. But when we pour that slab on top, if you don't cut this back to this cocoa lumber to your form, and they were just going to lay it right in there and pour on it, you will never be able to remove that piece of plywood from underneath. I think probably tomorrow we will be able to start cutting the jig for the steps coming down, and we'll have a jig here on both sides, and he'll set all the steel come tomorrow, and all of this will start getting poured as one big pour across here. And at that point we will have about half of our staircase. So she's taking care of the chickens.
Yeah, the remaining chicken left.
Yeah. Mel's not feeling real good. I'm gonna have her put in quarantine here soon. I'm gonna kick you out. Don't even breathe my way. Don't do it. So just tell the subscribers bye.
Thank you, and please comment below and subscribe.
Wow, she's really one of y'all subscribed. She's straight to the business end of it, boy. Straight to the business end. Well, everybody else will tell you bye, right? How about it, kids? You want to tell everybody bye?
Yeah.
Moi moi? You want to tell everybody bye?
Subscribe.
And subscribe? Good job. I love it. See you all later.